Hallo meine Lieben, heute machen wir mal etwas anderes und zwar ein Interview. In diesem Interview treffen wir Josephine, eine leidenschaftliche Vorschullehrerin aus Nairobi, Kenia, deren Engagement weit über das Klassenzimmer hinausgeht. Neben ihrer Arbeit in der Schule unterstützt sie das Waisenhaus Baby Blessings in ihrer Nachbarschaft, wo sie Kindern Geborgenheit und Hoffnung schenkt. Wir sprechen mit ihr über ihren Alltag, ihre Motivation und darüber, was es bedeutet, für andere da zu sein, auch wenn die Ressourcen knapp sind und die Herausforderungen groß. Was passiert, wenn Glaube nicht auf Antworten besteht? Was, wenn Zweifel kein Feind ist, sondern Anfang? Ich bin T.B. Kaub und ich frage zurück. Hello, Josephine. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Welcome for our podcast here. Or my
Thank you
podcast.
very
I don't know
much.
how.
Your podcast.
My podcast, our podcast. I don't know.
Yeah,
So you're doing good, yes?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
How are you
I'm
doing?
doing good too. Thank you. So.
Okay.
Okay, I want to ask you a couple of questions. So the first one is, because you're a teacher, you're teaching in a preschool, I guess you call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, what inspired you to become a preschool teacher?
Okay. I have always have a deep love for children, their curiosity, their energy, and honesty. I usually like. I usually want to mold these kids.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is what really brought me towards being a teacher, to mold them into beautiful human beings.
Yes. Is there anything in your childhood where you had experiences with teachers or so that was kind of a role model to you?
Yeah, I once had a teacher when I was very young. Like, she was really good to me, especially when my dad passed away, and she could take care of us as a family. I had my brothers, my sister, and she could come take care of us, and that brought me really, that encouraged me really to become like her, to help, because being
Right.
a teacher is just helping young kids, especially being a preschool teacher.
Yes. Yeah, it's always good when you have somebody like this as a role model. Most children
Yeah,
nowadays, they are more scared about the teachers or disrespect
yeah,
them. But that was a very good teacher then, was it? Yeah.
yeah. That one was a very good teacher. She was always there, like she was like a parent more than a teacher to us.
Very good.
Yeah,
So you are also a very strong Catholic. I think your mother, she was a very strong Catholic. Is that right?
yeah. My mom was a very strong Catholic woman. That is true, and that is what brought us to be Catholic. We grew up to be
Right.
Catholics. Yeah,
So you go regularly to mass and things like that.
yeah. I go to church. Yeah, regularly.
So how does your Catholic faith influence your work with children?
Okay, my Catholic faith teaches me to serve with compassion, patience, and unconditional love. Many of the children we look after or we teach come from really different backgrounds, and my Christianity reflects on how to treat these kids.
Right.
And even in the Bible, there's a verse that inspires me, which is Matthew chapter 19, verse 14. Let the little children come to me, and do
Yes.
not hinder them, for the
Yes.
kingdom of heaven are theirs.
That's right. Can you tell us a little bit more about the background of these children?
Okay, the kids that we teach mostly come from decent homes, I can say that.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on which kids you are speaking about. Are the kids that I teach, the young kids that I teach, or the kids from the orphanages?
Yes.
Which kids
So,
are we talking about?
no, from your school right now, I'm speaking about,
My
says which,
school.
yes, exactly. Yeah, because
Okay.
you were speaking about, when you were young, like, that there were really difficult backgrounds, even in your own life, you know.
Okay. The kids that I teach, most of them come from decent family. I can say that because they can afford the
Mm-hmm.
school, but some have not that good background because maybe there's separation of the parents,
Right.
abandoned by the parents, and maybe they are in foster care.
Yeah, foster care, yeah.
But most of them come from really decent families.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So which stories or encounters with street children have had a particular impact on you?
There was one kid. There was one orphan kid
Mm-hmm.
that we took from the streets, nurtured the boy. He was a bit older. We took him back to school.
Mm-hmm.
He did his exams, passed really well, and then went to high school. After high school, he got really good marks, but he was way above the other kids age-wise.
Right.
But he really did well and went to college and also became a teacher.
Oh, that's very good. So
Yeah.
that's a very positive outcome, to take somebody from the streets and see how he develops and really gets his life kind of sorted out properly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So do you sometimes keep on, or you help out like an orphanage? Is that right? Yes.
Yeah, sometimes I do help orphanage. There's one that is just nearby. I do help.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I get a few things, I send there.
Right. So how did you come into contact with, it's called Baby Blessings Orphanage, right? So how did you
Yeah.
get in contact with this orphanage? How did that happen?
Okay, I live nearby
Mm-hmm.
and I had seen the orphanage when I was passing by. So one day I decided, just let me see what happens in this orphanage. And when I got there, I saw the kids, and with my love for kids, I just decided that whenever I get something, I usually go there and help. Whenever I have time, I go there and help.
Right. Now you know that in Nairobi there is many thousands of street children, but does it impact like your neighborhood? So is there like also, could you say like a lot of street children in the area where you work or live?
Do they impact me? Okay.
No,
Do
how
they
do, just I
impact?
wonder about the street children. Like we know that there's, I think about 10,000 of street children in
Yeah.
Nairobi itself, but the area where you're living right now and where the orphanage is, how is the situation there? Like, does it impact you? Do you see a lot of street children, or is it something that is rather more hidden, or it's more encountered in the city centers direct?
And I see a lot of street kids in my surrounding. It's not hidden; it's there, and you can see them.
Right.
But whenever like you go and help them, okay, let me rephrase myself. Like there are so many kids. There are so many street kids in our surrounding, and it depends. I usually say it depends with someone, because there are people who sees them and run away from them. But whenever I see them, I pity them and I wish I could help them, but I can't help everybody. There are so many.
Yes.
I can only help a few. So I usually just help a few if I have something that I can. If I'm near a shop where I can buy them something to eat, I buy them something to eat.
Yes. So in your opinion, what are the most common reasons why children end up on the streets?
Okay, in my opinion, one is I think poverty, broken homes. There's loss of parents. Sometimes your parents are dead and you have nowhere to go.
Yes.
There's even, okay, in 2007, I think there was like urban migration because of the election war. There was an urban migration. So a lot of kids got lost and some just ended up in the street. And there's neglect of society and work and weak child protection systems in Africa.
Yes. I mean, yeah, that's right. I mean, so what does the government actually do for these children?
What the government do usually, the government now is creating awareness and awareness of what is happening, and it's like locating homes where the kids can be, where there can be foster parents who can be trained to take care of these kids. And in this, now it's like they are removing orphanages and it's becoming like institution where they can help, where they can help this kid, they can counsel them, they can, like there's a lot of emotional help and the psychology help there.
Right.
That is what the government is now doing.
So they're doing at least something, but of course it's like a drop in the wide ocean, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a drop in the, because I tell you, street kids are so many in our society. It's a drop in the ocean, but at least they're doing something now. They're training people to become foster parents.
Right.
Yeah.
So what kind of stories do you encounter with street children?
Okay, mostly child abuse, child abuse, anger in the streets. They'll tell you they're angry. What else do I encounter? Like, I think mostly it's child abuse. There's a lot of
Really?
child abuse in the street.
Yes, I mean, they're very vulnerable when they're on the streets, and I guess lots of people taking advantage of it.
Yeah, a lot of people taking advantage of them, and then there's also, what can I say? I think only that. That is what I can say for now.
Yes. So what happens to these children if they're not taken into orphanages?
Okay, if they are not taken into the orphanages, most of them get sick because of anger. Most of them do drugs.
Yeah.
They become, I'm sorry to say, thieves, some of them, because they don't have anything to do, they become thieves. And most of them are taken advantage of because they work and they're still young. Child abuse, that is what I was saying.
Okay, so let's speak about the orphanage, the Baby Blessings orphanage. So what is a typical day at the Baby Blessings orphanage? So how does it look like for the children there?
Okay, Baby Blessing orphanage is like just a home away from home. That is what I believe. That is what I've seen. They wake up in the morning as usual, do their duties. The old kids do their duties and then they prepare breakfast for the young ones. They take their breakfast, and then there are some a few women who take care of the little young ones, caregivers. I don't call them women, the caregivers who take care of the little young ones, because they are very young kids who need a lot of care. The old ones go to school, the young ones, they are caregivers who take care of them and prepare lunch for them, play with them. When the older kids come back, there's evening tea, I think.
Sorry, what? In evening?
They have evening, like they take tea or porridge in the evening.
Oh, all right, okay.
Tea or porridge in the evening, and then they do their homework as any other child at home, and then they have their dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
And how is it like with school? Can all these children, but you have also school-aged children, right?
Yeah, a lot of them, they are school. Yeah, a lot of them are school-aged children.
So how does it work? Like, I mean, does the orphanage manage to get all of them in school, or is there sometimes problems because of finances and things?
There's a lot of problems because of finances, but there are people who also good. Let me call them the good Samaritans, who also pay fees for for the older kids so that they can go to school.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many children are in the Baby Blessings orphanage?
Around 45.
What, 45?
40 to 45, because it's not a big place that can accommodate a lot of kids.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, if I ask how many more would actually need to be taken in, I guess there would be a lot.
Yeah, a lot, but they cannot take so much.
Yeah. So what do you lack most urgently? Like material things or staff, education, medical care?
What do I?
What do you lack most urgently?
Oh, lack. What do the kids lack most? Okay, medical care and basic needs, especially basic needs. This is food, clothing, and the shelter that they live in is always being paid. So I think the three common things.
So is that place is rented, or do they own it, the place?
It's rented.
It's rented, okay. Do they always manage to pay the rent in time, or do they struggle?
Sometimes they struggle, because if there are no people to help, sometimes they do struggle.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so another question here is, how do you deal with emotional trauma and psychological stress with the children? Because they come from backgrounds, as you say, like that are where they have been abused, and I mean there's a lot of issues the kids possibly have. So how do they deal with these kind of issues?
Okay, with the emotional trauma, sometimes they take to, because sometimes they get a specialist to speak to them.
Right. Or they have access to like specialists, like psychologists or social
that
workers.
That is where the government comes, and they train their people there so that there is always someone to speak to them. And with physical trauma, they ensure the kids receive medical care.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Are there any government programs or support measures in place? Also, as you said, like, okay, they provide like a psychologist or social workers. But is there any other government programs or support measures in place?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. Why not?
Because for now, I have said that the government is helping evaluate orphanages and build institution where they provide the caregivers, the psychologists.
Right.
Yeah. So that is what the government is doing for now. Nothing more. Like
Not much more.
Trying to take the kids to school.
Okay.
Like yeah.
Just a question. Is there not like kind of a program they started for getting these children adopted or reunited with family? And how does that work?
Okay. Well, okay. Before they get a child to reunite with the family, here is where the caregivers, the children are taken to the caregivers, also so psychiatrists or social workers who train these kids, because most of these kids who are in the orphanage are street kids. So they are trained, they are nurtured in a way that they can go back to the community.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the local population, like around, like for example, Baby Blessings orphanage? How do they react to street children or to the orphanage?
Okay. Some people, here we have two kinds of people. There are some people who are afraid of this, are very arrogant and are afraid of these kids. And there are some people a few people who really help these kids when they see them in the streets. So there are some people who go towards them like, how can I help you? What can I do for you? But there are some people who
Right.
don't even want to be associated to them.
So are these children kind of stigmatized so that
Yeah,
locals maybe warn their children not to have anything to do with them or things like that? Does that happen,
yeah,
or yeah?
they are stigmatized. Yeah, because there are parents who don't want their children to associate with them because they believe some are really aggressive.
Right.
Yeah, and there are some parents who know that these are just kids and they can be associated with, because there are some young kids who just grew up there, like from day one they were just in the orphanage, and they are just like any other kid. And there are some kids who are taken out, brought to the orphanages, and are brought to the orphanages from the streets. And kids from the streets are really, because they have grown really, they are really wild. So they are here to be tamed first before they really get to be taken to their parents or to their foster care homes.
Okay, I understand. So, of course, they come from the streets, possibly have been abused or have been involved with drugs
Yeah, drugs.
and maybe in gangs, where they were stealing and all kinds of things. And now they're in this orphanage being taken care of. These old
Yeah,
habits, they still have to learn new habits. And of course, the locals possibly are scared for their own children.
yeah.
So it kind of is understandable, but it's not very good for these children then. So what does your church or other churches play a part in helping these kids or other religious organizations? Are there any organizations around you that kind of support and work with these children?
Yeah, okay. Let me say many churches were the founder of many churches were the founder of charitable, is it CCI, charitable children institutions. So a lot of churches were the founders, most of the churches, and churches provide counseling. Some churches provide counseling to these kids, mentorship. What else do they provide? Spiritual healing. So that is what the church provides to these kids. And
Right.
as I've said, churches were the first to provide charitable institutes to these kids.
Good, yes.
Yeah.
So, what do you think are the most important long-term solutions? Education, family support, political reform?
Long-term solutions.
Mm.
I think long-term solution is okay. Funding, like funding an orphanage. Let's say maybe per month, they have something that they give the kids. What can I say? And there should be a transparent fundraising. It should be transparent.
Right, yes.
Okay, and ensure the kids attend school so that they can do something after that. These kids can be the ones who will help this orphanage. So at least let them attend school. Let there be, okay, just as I said, let there be transparency. There should be vocational training for the kids. Just enlighten their minds so that they can do something and move out of this situation.
Right.
That may be the long-term solution.
Yes, I guess, because at the moment there's so many street children that there's not enough orphanages to take care of them, and there needs to be something to be done that girls don't get pregnant so quickly, what could be done? I guess there's a problem with broken families in that country or in that area. How can that be fixed, so that girls maybe don't get pregnant so easily and produce more children that they don't look after and get shunned by their own society? Is there any program in place that teaches these young girls and the young guys, of course, it's not just the girls, of course, the guys should as well take care that they don't make their girls pregnant. Is there anything done in that respect, just so that this problem in the long term could be, so that a kind of healing could come into this area?
Okay, what we can do, okay, this can start from the church. This is where the teaching comes in, from the church, where the kids are taken, and where the kids are taken to church, and they are taught they are taught what they should do, what they should avoid. Counseling from church, mentorship. What I say, the church can do mentorship and so on. And there's the government part. I think the government also should, help the girl child or boy child to go to school, because most of these things are done by when let's say the children are idle. So an idle mind is a devil workshop.
Yes, that's right.
So the government should make sure the kids go to school, and the church should be there for mentorship or those kinds of programs.
That's right. So so is there anything like the church that you're involved with? Do they have any programs or anything at the moment?
At the moment, I'm just doing this with a friend of mine from Germany who helps. Helping through the friend, and for now the church is doing its duties to other maybe orphanages and helping on their own. But for now, I'm just doing it alone with the friend who helps a lot.
Yes, but your church does do, support orphanages as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, our church supports. There are a lot of orphanages that our church supports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Is there any projects or initiatives in your area that give you hope?
Hope towards the orphanages or
that things improve.
for now, no. I'm sorry to say that.
So there's not a lot at the moment. So it's,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we have seen kind of initiatives like in the slum area. What's it called again? The You have one of the
Okay.
biggest slums in Nairobi.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the
Kibera.
name. Yeah,
Kibera.
Kibera, exactly. I mean, there are some initiatives there where they started building schools and things. Did you hear anything about that?
Okay, the initiative of building schools. Yeah, I had. But okay, the thing is where I stay and where Kibera is, it's quite okay. That is a different initiative,
Yeah.
and it's a bit, which is it's good. And I can't remember. Yeah, there was an initiative in Kibera,
Okay. Do you
but
have
around
any?
here,
Sorry. Yeah.
but around my area, not really, because
Not really.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it would be nice to see the government maybe doing more to help those children. And it's a difficult subject, I guess. Do you have an example of a child whose life has been changed through help and care?
A lot of kids have been there are a lot of kids who testify that they have been helped.
Hmm.
Yeah, there is a lot of kids that have been helped. That one,
Can you give us an example of a child that you feel like, just so that we can understand, how that impacts that kind of work that this orphanage does and impacts the children?
from the blessings.
From Baby Blessings right now, yes.
uh, okay,
I know it's
okay,
difficult with some children because I know that it's certain things, you can't speak about,
yeah,
because of the abuse and all kind of
okay.
stuff. But is there anything maybe you can speak about? Yeah.
uh, about a kid, okay, it's kind of tricky to speak about it here, because uh, there's a okay, but this one is not from Baby Blessing, the one I'm talking about. Yeah, this one was a child who the mother married another guy, and the guy started raping the kid who was only 12 years. So she was
Dear.
taken in by an orphanage, and the orphanage took care of this girl until she cleared high school, and now the girl is in Australia doing her nursing course
Nursing.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was rescued.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what can people outside of Kenya do to help?
Okay, mostly they can help financially. That is what a lot of orphanages need in Kenya. They can sponsor a child, cover a fee, school fees, which is very important. There is monthly donation. You can help with monthly donation. What else? School supplies, raise awareness of orphanages, partner with churches so that you can help, and offer skills and offer skills and expertise, mentor our staff. They can do those things.
Sorry, I didn't understand the last one.
Okay, they can mentor our staff.
Oh, mentor, yeah, mentor stuff. So,
Yeah.
so you feel like there's a need for mentoring. So I guess maybe the people that do help are people that see the need for these orphans and really want to help, but they're maybe not all trained on how to help, so they try
How
to
to
do their
help,
best,
yeah.
but they could do
So,
with some mentoring
yeah,
from the international community, kind of, Yeah,
yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah. So what motivates you personally to keep going despite all the challenges?
I think the children themselves,
Hmm.
and what can I say? Faith and the calling. I hope for a change one day. Love, love, and I think personal experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Josephine. Well, thank you very much. That was really interesting and enlightening. I
You're welcome.
well, thank you very much. And thank you. Ciao.
Oh, okay. Can you cut so that